English Conversation 1, Week 1, Class Introduction. Hello, class. My name is Robert Fraser, and I will be your professor this semester for English Conversation 1. In this first video, I will briefly introduce myself, and then I will talk about our class, my goals for the class, the grades and how they're made, and then the structure of the class. After that, I'll give you some tips on how to be successful in our class together. It's nice to meet you. My name is Robert Fraser, and as I said before, I'll be your professor this semester. I'm 53 years old in Korean years, 52 in Western years, and I come from the United States. Although I've been living in Korea for about 20 years now. Originally, I started living in Korea on Jeju-do, and that's where I met my wife. We now live in Sanam-dong, and we have 3 cats that sometimes are a little trouble, but they're also a lot of fun. I've been teaching at universities for quite a while now, and this online experience is a little bit different, but I found it to be quite fun. So I hope that you're ready to study online. There are some things you need to be aware of this semester that are actually quite good. The grading scale has been relaxed, so now it's easier to get a good grade. Also, teaching has improved, and your studying skills have probably improved too. It always takes a while to get used to something new, but adapting is part of life. So, well, that's enough information about me right now. We'll get to know each other throughout the semester. I hope that we have a good time together. Now, one thing that you need to do for this video is to join our band group. Now, I'll talk to you at the end of the video about that too. So just a reminder, join our band, okay? There should be some information in the announcements on your eCampus. Okay, enough about me. Let's talk about your class now. Are you ready? I hope so. Here is my letter of introduction to this class. Here is a headshot of me. My name is Robert Fraser, and my office is 503 in the Haengjongwan building, but I'm not there usually. My email address is soanfraser@gmail.com, and my handphone number is 010-8973-1968. My Kakao ID is Robert Fraser, my whole name put together. We'll be using that Kakao ID here shortly. Welcome. My name is Robert Fraser, and I'm happy to be your professor. Here is some important information about the class. The course is intended to help you improve your English for use in everyday situations. You will be required to complete speaking, listening, writing, and in-book exercises in this course. Additionally, You will be required to complete one individual interview, a midterm test, individual presentation, one group presentation, and one final examination done entirely in English. Note to students: I do not expect you to have perfect English. I do expect you to try your best. Remember, if you need a high grade, you need to be better than the other students in your class. I hope that you have a fun and successful time in this class. If you have any questions or need help, please feel free to contact me, but please don't call after 10 p.m. Maybe you have heard this expression, practice makes perfect. But this is not true. Practice makes permanent, and bad habits can be made this way. Perfect practice makes perfect. Class goals. Now, as a teacher, I have designed this course to follow the curriculum that SOAN University has set up, but I've designed it in such a way that it is interesting and fun and helpful. So let's talk about the goals that I have for you in this class. There were 3 elements that I wanted in the design of this class. I wanted the class to be educational, social, and fun. Let's take a look at each one of those elements. Educationally, I wanted the information to be informative, useful, and understandable. This means that I wanted the educational part to be practical. From a social standpoint, I wanted the class to be interactive, student-focused, and connecting. And lastly, the third element, fun. A class needed to be interesting, engaging, and stress-free. With these 3 elements, educational, social, and fun met, I've provided you a very good class to enjoy. But then there are always grades. Do you recognize this picture? This is an image from the drama Sky Castles. And this character in the drama loved this statue that he had in his house of a giant pyramid. Have you seen this show? Here is a graphic of the evaluation and grading that I will use in this course. It looks complicated, but it is actually very simple. Let's go through the list. Participation is 10% of your grade. Homework is 15% of your grade. Individual presentation is 10%, group participation is 5%, attendance is 25%, and final test is 20%, and your midterm test is 15%. This evaluation will be available for you if you need to take a look at it. I'll post it in the band group. Now, at SOAN University, there is a grading curve. So that means for classes that have more than 10 students, the maximum amount of A's that can be given is 28%. And the maximum amount of B's is 30%. Everything else, 42%, is a C or lower. This is kind of complicated, but it is made to help you be more competitive in your studies. There is also a grading scale that goes from 100 to 90 is an A, 89 to 80 is a B, 79 to 70 is a C, 69 to 60 is a D, 59 and below is an F. Let's talk about attendance. Attendance is very important. It's 25% of your grade. I will take attendance every day. If you miss more than 5 class days, you will fail. Absences are only excused by a doctor's note or by the school dean. But during this time of COVID pandemic and this strange structure that we have in our class, I will be very relaxed about it. Setting up a website will help mitigate some of the problems. So yeah, this will be relaxed a little bit. But attendance is up to you. The more you attend, the better your grade. Participation. This is very important. You will be responsible for active participation during each class. Homework. You will be responsible for your homework. It will not take long, and it will help you remember the lessons that you learned and practiced in class. The midterm test is an individual interview. You must talk about topics from the class. The interview will last for about 5 minutes. I will ask you questions. You should be prepared to answer 5 to 10 questions. You must answer in complete sentences using vocabulary we have covered in the class. Currently, I think that our tests will be conducted by Zoom, but we'll work on that down the line. Presentations. Individual presentations. You will have a series of individual presentations. They will be averaged to score your grade. Group presentation. You will have a group presentation at the end of the semester. The final test. You will have a final written examination that will cover the lessons from the whole of the semester. Again, here is my contact information. My email is soanfraser@gmail.com. My hand phone is 010-8973-1968. And my Kakao ID is Robert Fraser, my name, all one word. Well, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll talk about giving proper introductions and maybe introducing a friend. Join our band group. Before you even watch that next video, join our band group. That's how we're going to communicate. Also, I will give you your first homework assignment in the band group. Okay? So, until next time, stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, and stay
Corona free, baby. Yeah.